Hi, I'm Callie Foster, and today we're going to be talking about strategy 22 in our book, which is how to share picture books with ELLs. As we know, ELL stands for English Language Learners, so these students, English is their second language. They have a different first language, whether it's Spanish, Chinese, different things that make it more difficult for them to understand things sometimes, which is okay. These are just ways that you can help them to comprehend it easier and in a fun way. Just simply picking a book out is not an effective way. It helps if you will pick a book out that has the child's first language and then English, so they can see both and comprehend and figure out what they are learning about in this picture book. They need opportunities to read these with smaller groups, maybe so they're not as nervous the first time, especially when they may feel uncomfortable trying to figure out what they are reading about. But definitely pick a book that is in the child's first language and in English. Maybe choose one with some repetitive phrases and that has some cumulative structure, or that it's organized by familiar resources such as the months of the year or the days of the week, maybe the seasons. And just you can make props and picture cards, and you can make centers in the classroom, listening centers, theme related information books in the reading center, just different things. And maybe go through the book first, pick out some vocabulary that is important, and review some of that, and keep that in mind so that later on you can review it and see if they're retaining the information. Picture walks. Definitely do a picture walk, where you look at the illustrations with the children and talk about what they contain or what might be going on in the story. That is a very important thing to do when teaching children to read and helping them read, because I worked in a school and I worked with reading groups, and this helps our ELL students, but it also helps our students that do speak English as their first language, because it helps them to know what to expect and it helps them to comprehend the information better before they read it. And that way, when they're reading it, they can kind of know what's going on. And if they don't know a word, they can use that to help them figure it out. And so then we would read the book in the child's first language first, because we want them to feel comfortable, and then we would read it again in English. That way they can know what they're reading and be able to experience it in their first language also. Then as soon as we read it, it helps to let the children retell the story using props or puppets, and just let them act it out for their friends so they can get used to this stuff, and it helps them to get more comfortable reading, and it helps them to review what they have learned in the story. Another way that you can help these students is teaching them songs, and select some of the children to participate and let them come in front, and everybody will feel comfortable doing these things if they see all their friends doing it, and they won't be embarrassed. Sometimes we might switch to like a shortened version of the song and ask the children, okay, what did you notice that was different in this song versus the other song? Did you notice that it was shorter? Did you notice that, the story might have been shortened down or changed a little bit since it wasn't as long? And you can use these songs because there are books that go along with them. So once you read it and then you do the song, you can kind of talk to them, and it opens up for discussion so that they can relate these two things and know that reading can be fun and it's not stressful. You just have to make it exciting, and definitely picture books are number one, and picture walks will make them want to read it even more.